Right, so we've got the alphabet there and a side view of the mouth because I thought I'd give it a go at describing the sounds in accordance with the placement in the mouth. Bear in mind, I will no doubt not say everything perfectly, so please be forgiving. And let's give this a go. And let's start with ah, up here, ah, and you drop your jaw and say ah, ow. Before you make the sound, drop your jaw, then as you say ow, move the jaw up and make a circle with the lip. It's similar to the word how. How do you do? Ow. Beh, beh. Put your lips together and then push the air through. Beh, like bingo. And deh, deh. Your tongue goes to your alveolar ridge, the tip of the tongue perhaps on the upper teeth though, and then you push the air through. Deh, 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 deh. Or like in English, darling, or B and D, beer, dear, beh, deh. It's similar sounds, I suppose, as in English. So they're not that different. But then we get to if, and but the tongue stays at your alveolar ridge. You have a similar placement as in D, and you just push the air through without making a sound in your pharynx. So it's similar to H in that respect, except H has a different placement. You drop the jaw, but it's the same concept of breathing out, and it's similar to the sound to the word there in English. The if air, make a half smile only with your lips. The jaw drops only a little bit. It's similar to the sound in the word air or airplane. The airplane is in the air. Air. Yeah. How to describe. Make that smile a little wider. Lift up your cheeks. And it's like saying yeah, the word yeah. 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 Then F, the lower lip touches the upper teeth and you push the air through without making a sound in your pharynx again, like F. Um, yeah, similar to English. Funny, isn't it funny? It's got G is G, yeah, G, G. It comes from the pharynx. You clench it a little and make a sound, G, G, like G in ground, ground, G, 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 Gera, G. There are perhaps different variations of G as well, but let's keep it simple for now. G. H, you breathe it like a dog. Isn't it hilarious? Like, hilarious. E, the jaw is closed. If you start with a, it's not closed, it's closed. If you start with a normal closed mouth, relaxed, and slightly open your lips. Like in inside, the first in inside, not the second. E, in, is inside. Then E, if you're saying E, E, the placement doesn't really change much. Perhaps slightly clenching the jaw more. E is like the sound in eating, when you're eating something. So it's A, E. And then again, J, you don't, Yorth in Icelandic, you don't change the position that much. You keep the mouth at a similar placing as E, Y, Y. But it's similar to maybe Y in English. When you're addressing a person, you say you. It's similar to a word in Icelandic, you. But let's not complicate that. It's because it's difficult to explain the word you. It's a bit like yes, but yeah, maybe we'll go into that later in a different video. But as for now, it's E, I, Y. the placement of the mouth is similar in them all. E, E, Y. And then we get to K, cow. It's the same position as G, except um, it's from the pharynx, but you clench it and you push the air through. So G. Yeah, you make a sound with G, G, and it's harsher with cow. Then we get to L, similar placement as D and F. The tongue goes to the alveolar ridge and you make a sound L. And it's similar as L in English. But then when you get two L's in a word, they change into K. It's the same placement really, and you just push the air through the sides of the tongue. So L, L. Then with M, you clench the lips together and make a sound. You've got M in English as well. Mother, mama, and N. Then you put the tongue to the alveolar ridge and similar placement as L. You make a sound similar. The N is in English as well. No, nay. But now we get to or. You make a circle with your lips and make a sound. Or. And similar maybe to the sound in boar in English, like a wild boar. Boar. And then O. You keep that circle, make a similar sound, but now similar to the word low, low, or o, or o. And then you go to P, pear. You put the lips together and push air through, similar to English. Ah, now that's different. R. You clench the jaw a little, like when you're saying e, r, e, r, r. And you vibrate the tongue and make a sound. So it's a bit of a, you slightly open your mouth and you vibrate your tongue and make a sound. Rrr, rrr. Then S, similar as in English, difficult to describe actually as making a sound while the jaw is clenched a little. Um, but thankfully, it should be easy because it's in English as well. T, the tongue goes to the alveolar ridge again, and you push the air through. Similar as in English. And then Ö, you put a circle on the lips again, like O, or, Ö, but you bring the jaw a little higher up, or, Ö. And Oo is the same motion, circle on the lips, and the jaw is even higher. So we've got or, Ö, oo, or, Ö, oo. And oo is a little bit like two O's in English, like the moon or loon, ooh, ooh. Then we get to V. It's like F. Instead of breathing air through, it's more of a vibration of the lower lip. V, v, v. And then X, it's in the pharynx. It's K and S together. X, X. And then Y, luckily enough, is the same as A. It makes the same sound. Epsilon A and A. They make the same sound. There used to be a difference, but there isn't anymore. Not in the way we pronounce it, but there's can be a huge difference of meaning in words depending on which is used, but not in the pronunciation. So, and the same goes for epsilon E and E. It's the same pronunciation today. And thought is the same pronunciation as air. The difference is that thought is always at the beginning of words, and earth is never at the beginning of the words. It's always inside or at the end of words. But it's the same sound as we spoke of as in the word there in English. TH together. Then we get to I, and it's like the English I am, therefore I think. It is the sound of R going to E. I. I. You say it quickly. E. I. And because when I mentioned E in inside, it's like the second I in inside. Inside. The jaw makes this moving motion from low to high. Then we get to and you put a circle on the lips again, maybe a little bit like the U in hurry, and then we've got these vowels together, two vowels together. You've got and you put a circle on the lips, so it's and then we've got a. Again, it's A and Ypsilon A, so the pronunciation of these is not different today. But it's A, like maybe like a little bit like the hey there, hey, A. And that's about it for now, I